like a coyote howling. Oh.
Spend my nights howling at the moon. Little Alan Stone? You know Alan Stone?
No.
Okay.
Who's that? Seriously, you can't be opening a soda pop.
Soda
soda
Popinski. Soda Pop from
Soda-
Outsiders?
Yeah, soda
Ralph
Popinski.
Macchio?
Yeah.
Welcome to another episode of the Nothing and Everything podcast, where today we talk a lot of nothing.
And a little bit about everything.
And I feel like we need to switch it up a little bit because someone actually came up to us and said, hey, look, it's nothing and everything. And they looked at me and said nothing.
Yeah, but I would say that you're the everything and I'm the nothing.
No.
You're kind of the anchor.
No. The anchor holds.
Gosh. Kind of the anchor to the show, to the podcast.
This is like just word association.
Yeah.
Do your kids ever do that?
No, it's too...
We'll be sitting around dinner and we'll mention something.
My kids, yeah, that would go really well.
I'm saying, like, we'll be talking about something and then someone will mention horse.
Yeah.
And then my daughter will be like, hey, my friend has a horse with such and such, and we're like, we weren't talking about.
Right.
Like,
well, that's like my 2-year-old. She just says anything that's on her mind. Apparently, she went to somebody else's house the other day with my other kid who was dog sitting, and out of nowhere she goes, "So give me a Valentine's card." And the lady goes, "Well, hang on, babe. I think I have a Valentine's card in the house." Because she came back. I mean, this is the middle of May, and she came back with a Valentine's card.
She's perfect for this show, then.
That's exactly. We have about a 2-year-old.
We just kind of walk around and point things out.
What's on our mind? Let's talk about it.
I feel like that's what we do. Oh,
works so far.
Let's kind of do what we've developed some sort of a pattern where we talk about some socials.
Yeah.
And
socials.
Yep. So maybe we can talk a little social media. Austin, there's no camera on you, Austin.
Did you print out?
Did you give up?
Oh yeah.
He just gave up.
If you didn't see that, you need to go back and look at that fail.
Episode 15, at the 14-minute mark of episode 15.
What, at the 14-minute mark?
Yeah, seriously.
You have this timestamp. That's amazing.
Austin was like, hey, I'm going to put a camera on me because, I talk and, stuff like that. And he just wants FaceTime, y'all. That's what he wants. So, anyway, he had the camera pointed like at his neck.
It's because the only other FaceTime he's ever had was Q-tips stuck up or Kleenexes stuck up his nose.
That's right. So he had a major fail. So if you,
I know the 2 times he's been on,
complete fail,
and then just like right here at your neck.
So there's no camera on him today. So
luckily,
we just feel like it's detrimental to the show.
So the socials, we got 2 main platforms.
2 main platforms.
I mean, the podcast is on like so many different platforms.
Well, it's wildly popular, so.
Define wildly.
Like it's just.
All you people that are listening right now, you are wildly intrigued by what we have to say.
Wildly intrigued or wildly bored, and we'll take you either way.
Mostly, it's still the people that are like on long car trips. They have nothing else to do.
Well, like Jim Rhodes, for instance, we were talking to him this morning.
Yeah.
Jim, here's your little shout out. He says, hey, man, I had nothing to do while I ran for an hour and a half, so I listened to 3 episodes.
I needed to numb my mind.
Yes. I need to have something so excruciating in my ears that my body doesn't feel any pain. So you guys just talking. So, yeah, that's great.
We had a comment yesterday by Wes Bauer. This is a great to listen to while assembling mail order furniture.
Mail order like IKEA stuff? That is a great thing to do.
Yeah.
While you're putting together mail order. I don't normally think of furniture as mail order. I always think of mail order bride.
See,
and you knew that's where I was going.
That's why I paused for a second because I was like, wait.
What else do you mail order anymore? Brides and furniture.
Do you still mail order brides today?
I don't think that's probably a thing now.
I don't think so either.
There used to be I think you could like fill it out in the back of a newspaper ad or something. Like you actually fill it out, mail it in. Hey, I'm here. I don't know if that's how it worked. I never tried. So.
You have to go to the post office at all for that?
You do. You got to put it. I'd like to mail this first class, please.
That's just odd. Do you still get a newspaper? Do they still make newspapers?
I was walking in my neighborhood the other day. I saw one sitting out really early on somebody's lawn, and I was like, there's the one guy in the neighborhood
At that
who
point,
gets a
it's
newspaper.
just like that early. Like all the dew is just made it all. It's just one giant clump
but you
of
put them in
mess.
bags, though. I was a newspaper boy in high school for a couple of years.
Did you have a paper route?
I did have a paper route, and it was an afternoon paper route. Like it wasn't like an early morning edition.
Yeah.
Except for Sunday, which was terrible because you had to get up at 3:30, 4 o'clock before church.
Right.
And if the printing press broke down, I mean literally the Gutenberg has broken down.
Right.
You're going to be late or something like that.
Oh man.
But afternoon, I would get out of school about an hour and a half, 2 hours, roll newspapers, throw them. But it was good money back then.
Wow.
I don't even know that's a kind of an obsolete. I mean, who?
Do you remember what minimum wage was when you first started working?
That's a good question. This was more than minimum wage. The problem was I had to like collect money, like the people that were like.
What kind of job was this?
Well, like they would buy a subscription to the newspaper.
And
then they are paying me.
So you're like a 14-year-old kid riding your bike collecting money from people like that?
I mean, I was 16 driving, but I mean, I'd have to go to strangers and be like.
Did you have the car where you were on the opposite side of, like, driving on the opposite side of the street or in the car?
No, I'm not a mail carrier from Germany. No, but I did. One time my brother-in-law did it, like, really early on a Sunday morning. Nobody's out on the road at 5 o'clock on a Sunday, and we drove the entire route back, like, in reverse. We're like, let's just see if we can do this. How long will it take us? We drove the whole thing in reverse.
You know who is on the road that early? Those guys that ride the bikes.
What?
You know those guys? Actually, they're on the road all the time. Have you noticed that? There's like this uptick, and like all these guys are like, "Hey, let's go ride our bikes together." So it'd be like 8 of them.
Like the guys that are working, for the Tour de France or something.
Right.
Those
I'm
guys.
like, if you're riding around in Harrisburg, you're not training for the Tour de France, right?
The
Tour de Carolina. Anyway, those people drive me crazy. I didn't run into.
Whoa. You just committed manslaughter.
No. I ran up on some people that were doing that one day, and it was just frustrating. It was like just this past weekend. So back to the socials.
Yeah, poor guys.
Somehow we've digressed.
As always.
Yeah.
Socials. So you got Instagram.
We're pretty hot on Instagram right now.
Well, unbelievably hot.
Yeah, it's actually a little bit overwhelming, but
we need you guys to calm down on the comments and the DMs.
But we'll
stop sliding in our DMs. Please.
We'll make it though. We'll make it. We'll get there. So, Instagram and
the YouTube.
The YouTube. So the crew from YouTube is here today to film. Did you get that reference?
They sent someone down from YouTube.
Sent someone down from YouTube.
But that's the thing is like a lot of people are just listening, and
right,
they're not necessarily
not watching.
Checking out the eye candy.
Right. Well,
you get glimpses of that on Instagram.
They don't really get like the hat thing that I'm into, right? So
yeah,
I haven't.
You have to tune it. Yeah.
I mean, I haven't.
Is this a new one?
No, this isn't new, but it's. I mean, it's.
You haven't worn it.
I haven't worn it yet. Yeah, right. Yeah. So like this hat thing, it's good. So anyway, maybe you can take some of the YouTube videos and you could share it to your socials.
Oh my goodness, that'd be great.
I found out the hard way that you can't actually subscribe on YouTube and then send it out on the Facebook, because I found out that you can't actually put a link into Instagram.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. People have been trying that for years, and you can tell the ones who still do it because it's like it's not hyperlinked or anything.
You're
like, it just says something.com.
Austin, our producer, took away my access to Instagram because I kept trying to do that. So there you have it. While he has Kleenex in his nose. So
seriously, who is he to tell anyone?
Who is he to tell me? I'm a grown man.
I'm a grown man. You over there, man. Your shoulders. Kleenex is in your nose. Whatever.
Let's talk about the weekend. Do you have any good...
Oh, gosh. My weekends are so lame compared to yours. You always got, like, activities and adventures.
But you have so many people at your house. Can't y'all think of something? Can't y'all?
Thanks, Dad. I mean, we did stuff, but it's always... when I say it, when it comes out loud, when you hear it, you're like, what a terrible, boring person I am.
Yeah.
But I had to take care of the kids. So, like... Last weekend was Mother's Day, and one of my gifts to my wife from myself and our children was that we were going to give her a night away by herself.
Hold on. What?
Yeah, like just
so, hey, we love you so much.
24 hours of,
we know you need to get away from us for 24 hours.
That absence makes the heart grow fonder. 24 hours, maybe you'll love us when you come back.
Yeah.
But the second part of that was tier 2 of the gift was that we were going to do some cleaning around the house. You know, my wife, she's a pretty clean, neat freak around the house, likes to keep it all, which is great. But, you know, I was like, I'm not paying somebody to come in and do that. Number one, it's pretty expensive. And I'm like, I got several hands to do this here. It's just terrible.
Okay.
Hey, let me wipe that. I'm going to clean the window with Windex, like the patio door.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to use a Lysol Clorox wipe.
Oh.
It doesn't work well.
And then
it just is smudged.
If it's your youngest kid, she's like 1.5 feet tall, so then you got to go back.
Just at the bottom. Yeah. So it's like
yeah.
Pretty much after the kids went to bed, I just had to kind of clean everything up. Go back and redo everything.
Okay, so if you had to have 24 hours, or not had to, but if you were given 24 hours to go away, where would you go and what would you do?
That's a great question. I mean, I wouldn't go sit in a hotel and binge watch something.
Oh, is that what your wife did?
Well, maybe. I'm just saying. Maybe that's what she did.
Oh,
but that's in her wheelhouse, and that was her break.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a beach guy. Like I like going to the beach.
Yeah.
If it's not too hot, I haven't been, but I can just imagine like hiking some trails off the coast of some Kauai. I don't know, like
what? Bro, it'll take you 24 hours to get there.
Well, I didn't know that we were factoring travel time into this.
Oh, well, okay.
I thought once I was there, boom.
Okay.
I got 24 hours.
Clock starts once you arrive.
Oh.
I just changed.
I mean, something like that, I guess.
Hiking in Hawaii?
Well, I don't know. It just seems like, man, if I'm this is it. This is my time away. You know, I like sleep. But I don't like, I got to sleep 10, 12 hours. It doesn't appeal to me. Like, that's not like, that's going to be the way I'm going to spend my day. What about you?
I don't know, man. I think I would want to be on a boat fishing someplace.
See that? Yeah, I can see that with you.
So I would go to like Costa Rica and fish for 24 straight hours and then get back on a plane and come back home.
A Learjet.
A private Learjet. $65 million Learjet.
Yeah, I mean,
Gulf
something
Stream.
like that. I mean, I've never been deep sea fishing.
You should go.
I'm still waiting for you to take me.
Oh,
You're
I
like
gotta take you?
Yeah, I don't know anybody else.
Oh, well, let's go.
But that's kind of I guess bucket list. I mean, I just have never even done that at all. It just seems like it'd be cool. And I'm not even really much of a fisherman. I fished out the pond out back here.
Austin and I, we went fishing on Friday.
Oh, you took your producer and not
Took
your
our
co-host?
producer. Well,
that hurts.
You have too many people.
I can bring half the kids with me.
Careful.
I know. Seriously, I'd be like, hey,
and then they'd be talking the whole time and throwing rocks in the water, and I'd be like, nah, bro, you got to get all these people out of here.
Did you go fishing? You didn't go out in the ocean.
No. We went to a little lake here locally, and we went. I can't tell you my spot.
I'm gonna blow it up. I'm gonna blow up the spot.
You know, so we went kayak fishing.
So every time I go to the beach, like that's something I always want to do. Number one, I don't fish. Number two, I don't even know if I've ever been in a kayak. It just seems fun.
Kayak
and like
in the ocean is
I
different.
think you were telling me like, oh, you got to have a license on stuff. I was like,
well,
to drive the kayak? Or?
If you put a motor on it.
Wait.
I may or may not have a motor on my kayak.
You have a motor on your kayak?
I just like to get
it's
some
not
range,
a kayak
man.
anymore, is it?
Yeah, it's a kayak. It's a trolling motor. It's not like I don't have like a Yamaha 350 back there. Good night.
You're pulling Austin on the water skis behind the kayak? Wait.
Just a trolling motor.
Trolling motor.
Mm-hmm. Do you know what that is?
No.
A trolling motor?
I mean, it sounds like you just be like...
How are you from Alabama and you don't know what a trolling motor is?
I know, it's pretty sad.
So, yeah, it's just a little small motor, just put it in the back and just cruise. I mean, it goes really slow. It's not like it's fast. It just gives me a little bit extra range to where I'm not paddling, I mean, I can go 3 or 4 miles.
Have you ever kayak fished out in the ocean?
I have.
Like off the beach?
I have.
So tell me, how do I set that up? Because I really want to do that.
Yeah, I mean,
Do I have to get a license?
I don't think so. Well, to fish you do.
Well, that's what I want to fish.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it'd be cool to bring something back, and then I'm like, I don't know how to clean this.
Just cut the head off and then cut down the sides. Cut all the meat off and then eat it.
My kids would go nuts.
I mean, it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It seems like it'd be fun.
Like every time I go on vacation, we actually charter a boat. So I've got a friend down in Florida.
Baller.
And he takes us out every time we come down there. And it's fun. So the first half of the day we go and we fish for like food, because I tell them, hey, this is fun,
but
I need to bring home dinner.
Well, that's what
because we'll go home and do a fish fry that night. So
fish fry.
It's fresh. My wife doesn't eat seafood unless it's straight out of the water.
Look at you.
And straight into the grease. Yeah, we do a little fish fry.
I wouldn't even know what I'm not even familiar with sea life. Like if I pull something out of the water, I don't even know what that is, unless it's like a seahorse or something that's obvious.
Because seahorses, typically you catch a lot of those when you go deep sea fishing.
But I mean, if I caught 9 different fishes, I'd be like, I don't know what any of these are, unless it has like the real pointy nose. I'd be like, that's a swordfish. I'm not that familiar with.
Okay.
So what am I like? What are you gonna pull out?
Well, like whenever we go, for instance, we get into some Spanish mackerel.
See, I don't know if it's a Spanish mackerel or a French mackerel or a English mackerel. How am I going to know the difference?
We like the Spanish kind. We call them Spanny Macs. So you get some Spanny Macs out there.
Spanny Macs.
Yep. But then, so we spend the first half of the day kind of getting dinner, and then we spend the second half of the day going after like the sport fish. So I don't like to sit on the side of a pond or a creek someplace and fish like that. I'm not fishing for tadpoles and stuff and brim. I don't want that kind of stuff.
Brim. I do know a brim. Yeah.
I want to be like a sport fisherman where I go out and catch like game fish that's really good, and good to eat.
Like a manatee or something. He's wrestling a manatee in here. That's it's like a sea cow or a sea whale or something. I don't think you eat the manatee. Are they protected?
Yes. If you caught a manatee, probably one whip of the tail will spool you. Like it'll just take all of your line out and you'll be done. You're not pulling that thing in.
Spool me. Huh.
Your line is in the.
Yeah.
It'll take. You have no chance.
How many fish do you have to catch though to have dinner?
I mean,
how many Spanny Macs you got to pull in for the day?
Yeah. I mean, we've eaten like, I don't know, we feed, 14, 15, 13, whatever people with, I don't know, 8 fish, 9 fish, 10 fish, something like that. So you get some grouper. Grouper's really good to eat. It's all got to be in season. So I don't necessarily know.
I don't even know.
But if you go with a captain, like in a boat, he'll be able to tell you. Because if you pull in a fish.
That's why the kayak seems more affordable than
the kayak
renting a captain for the day.
Until you pull up some sort of sport fish that's out of season and you roll up on the shore with a dead fish, and then the park ranger or the ranger comes up, and then you're going to jail.
I've never seen a ranger at the beach, though.
Well,
I'm not saying that I want to,
You don't want to come across one of those guys.
I'm a law-abiding citizen, so.
That's a good movie, by the way. Anyway, so, I love fishing. So I'll take you fishing one day.
I'd like to learn more.
We'll take you fishing. Anyway, we went fishing, caught a whole bunch of brim. It was terrible. It was terrible.
Do you eat brim?
No, I don't eat brim.
But people do?
I mean, I guess if...
Are there fish like you can't eat? Like, don't eat that fish, it's poisonous? Or it's going to make your stomach hurt? I don't know.
Like that lionfish is poisonous, right? If it stabs you or something? Or a angelfish or something? I mean, you want to catch a fish that has, like, some girth to it. That way there's some meat, You don't want to catch... I mean...
Girth to it?
You go out and catch, like, a 2-pound bass.
Man, that's a girthy-looking fish you got there.
I mean, you got to catch, like, 30 of those things to eat.
Right.
Huh. So it's got to be...
I'm intrigued now.
It's got to be
I can't wait till you take me deep sea fishing this summer.
I actually caught
on our private charter.
I caught a gar. You ever heard of a gar? A garfish?
I've heard of it.
Alligator gar or whatever. So I caught a gar one time on Lake Norman, and it was about 3.5 feet long, something like that. And it pulled it like I was on a pontoon boat, and it pulled us around in this cove. It was so strong. It was big, and it was nasty. It's kind of a fatty fish, and there's not good meat on it. But it was, man, it stunk. It was nasty. So
I don't eat the gar.
I wouldn't eat that. I don't know if that's because of Lake Norman or if it's because of that that gar. But I probably wouldn't eat a fish.
Sorry, Lake Norman.
Sorry, Mr. Norman.
Mr. Norman.
Yeah, I don't know that I would eat a fish out of Lake Norman.
That's good.
But out of the ocean, there's great fish in the ocean. I caught a mahi one time.
I've had that on a taco a couple times.
So I had it on tacos
I've had 2 of them,
well.
mahi.
Yeah. What?
Isn't that what they...
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know anything about fishing.
So I caught one. I don't know. It might have been about a 40, 45-pound fish. Something like that. Yeah. So there's probably good, I don't know, 15 pounds of meat on that, maybe something like that.
Sounds like a lot. I mean, it sounds good.
It was good. It was really good. Come up in steaks and Yeah, it was really good. But then we caught a bunch of tuna and stuff like that.
I want to do that.
We caught a wahoo, which is a pretty fast fish, and I also caught a white marlin. So these are all just fish.
I know we were going on a fishing expedition today.
I didn't know. I didn't know either, but here we are. So here we are.
What else? Anything else this weekend?
This weekend, we actually traveled down to Atlanta.
I saw you post that on social media, like something.
I ate a little barbecue place down in Atlanta on Friday night. My son and I went down there to stay with some friends, and he had a basketball tournament all day on Saturday. So, we do the whole travel ball thing, which is a little bit difficult for me being a pastor because we don't play on Sundays typically. Not typically. We just don't. We always come back.
Yeah.
So I drove back after their third game on Saturday night. It was late. I got back kind of late.
Did you really?
Yeah, but here's what I don't like about South Carolina, because I had to go through South Carolina to get to Georgia, right?
Here's what the roads. First of all, as soon as you cross over
from Brazelton, Georgia, all the way up to the North Carolina state line.
Yep.
There's construction.
Oh.
And it's been that way for as long as I can remember.
I can see that.
All through South Carolina, I thought there was just construction all the time.
Went that way a while ago. I mean, a few months ago, and it was like that.
Yeah, so
I feel like the roads just change as soon as you hit the South Carolina border.
Oh, yeah.
It's just potholes and...
Yeah, right. And gas was actually cheaper in Georgia
than South Carolina?
It was 30 cents cheaper in Georgia than it was in South Carolina.
Because normally they're all like, oh, South Carolina's like the cheapest gas. I'm going to drive all the way down there. I'm going to go drive 45 minutes
to get gas and come back. Yeah. But, so I guess Georgia cut their gas tax or whatever. So I don't know. It's cheaper down there.
Man, these times are killing us.
This gas is killing us.
It is.
Yeah.
You want to go off on a gas rant?
No, I don't want to go on a rant. Let's talk about some other things. That was my weekend. Anything else?
Nope. Can't think of one other thing. That's how lame it was.
Oh gosh. Okay, next weekend we'll get together and do something. Oh, Friday night. We'll be together Friday night, won't we?
Wait. This Friday night.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That is true.
So let's talk about that for a quick second.
It came up the night Carrie and I were looking through the schedule, like for the next couple of days, a lot going on into school, and she's like, "Hey, you have that thing on Friday night." She goes, "Hey, we have that thing on Friday night," and I was like, "It's just me." She's like, "So you're gonna be gone all Friday night?" And I was like,
"She just had 24 hours."
Thank you.
What?
Can't say that though. I didn't say it. I was just like, "May I please go?"
Man, that filter was working pretty good for you not to say that, huh?
Friday night, yeah. Friday night will be celebratory.
So over the past 9 months, we've been meeting with groups of guys in our church, and it's kind of the culmination, the time for us to get together and hang out as brothers and share a meal together and hear a word from our pastor. It's going to be pretty cool. I'm actually really excited about it. We have this really nice pavilion that's here, and we get to go out there and hang out there. That pavilion's nice. That'll be good. It's going to be a lot of fun.
It will be fun. It'll be good, and it's been a good, I don't know, 8 or 9 months that we've been getting together once a month or so.
So maybe on Saturday we can go do a little fishing or something. Probably not.
My neighborhood pool opens this Saturday, so it's a big weekend at my house.
You swim in that?
Oh, yeah.
Nah, it's too many people, man.
There really aren't. I mean, there are times when there are a lot of people, we're like, okay, let's just go. And for some weird reason, like Sunday afternoon or Sunday evening is slammed. So I'm like, okay, we might go right after church if the kids are kind of crazy. But, like, if you go 4, 5, 6 o'clock on Sunday, it's nuts. And so we don't usually go then. But so my kids will want to go now. Hey, the pool opens at 10 or 11 or whatever time on Saturday. They'll be the first ones in the pool, and it'll be freezing cold.
See, I remember a long time ago,
and they don't care.
When I was their age, we would go to this pool, and it was like, they didn't clean it all that much. It was an indoor pool at that, and if you kind of just knelt down on the side, you can see like this.
Stuff?
It's like a layer of skin over the top. You know what I'm saying?
Skin?
I mean, like,
oh man!
I mean, like a film that's over the top. It's like someone just took a whole bunch of saran wrap and just laid it on top.
Oh.
And I was always afraid to jump in because I was thinking it'd like wrap around me, and then I would.
You like it's some. What is it? With babies, like a
right.
bionic sack. I gotta get out of it. Never mind. I don't know.
What?
I don't know. Like you were just engulfed in saran wrap.
So anyway, this just took a terrible turn. I don't even want to talk about it anymore.
Don't go to the pool.
That was the pool days. So I'm watching TV the other night, I feel like this is what we also do. We talk about what we kind of watch on TV, right? So
music or television, yeah.
Yeah. So I actually made a note the other night about the judges on The Voice.
Yeah.
I don't really
Is
like.
The Voice still on?
The Voice is still on, but
I couldn't name one person that's ever come out of The Voice.
Yeah, I probably could.
Like who won it, and then they had an amazing career. I mean, maybe they did. I just am not. It's not my. Yeah.
I really only like a couple of the people. Like I like Blake Shelton because he's the kind of guy I feel like you'd hang out with, and he's be
funny
really cool to hang
and he's kind of normal.
I feel like Kelly Clarkson's that way too.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like she's just fun to hang out with. I don't know, but the other two.
Well, who are the other two right now?
Well, John Legend.
Okay. Yeah.
And then that Ariana Grande.
Oh, is she on there?
Is it Grande or Grand?
It's Grande, I believe.
Like a drink at Starbucks?
Like the medium at Starbucks, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know that I like her very much. But here's one of the things that always blew my mind. Like, back in the day on The Voice, they would, they bring in like these.
shows are so dumb on television. There's so many, too, over the last 10, 15 years.
The dumbest one is The Masked Singer.
My kids are obsessed with that.
That's the dumbest show on TV right now.
It's pretty funny, though.
Anyway, so, they would bring on. Okay, so when you think of The Voice, you think of this is like major vocally talented people.
Yeah,
that's what
like somebody
assume.
Classically trained.
No, probably not.
I.e. Gerald Malloy.
No.
Yeah.
So what drove me crazy was after they went through the initial, like when everyone got their team set.
Yeah.
Then they start doing these like competitions against each other, right, to eliminate people, and they would bring in these celebrity. Artists that would come in and help them out.
Coaches or whatever. Yeah.
Coaches, celebrity coaches. And oftentimes, the coaches, I would look at them and think, that person can't sing a lick. Why?
They might be a good performer, but they're
a great
not
performer,
vocally.
But they're not like, you don't think, oh, man, these
like who were we talking about
great.
earlier that was not vocally.
Like, for instance, I think Michael Bolton.
Terrible.
At the time.
It's a terrible singer.
Was a phenomenal. Are you good?
Oh, that's him. That's him hitting the high notes.
But you like Rod Stewart.
No, I just said if I had to put those two against each other, I've had that debate with probably multiple people throughout my life. Michael Bolton or Rod Stewart.
You've had this debate with multiple people?
I did.
This is the first time I've ever had this debate.
65-year-old women, but I'll be like, who do you like better? And I'm all like, I'm not like, I wouldn't say that I'm Team Stewart, but what are we talking about? Rod Stewart and Michael Bolton.
They have a similar style raspy voice.
Yeah. Which I like, but you wouldn't go, man, those are great vocals.
Yeah, so these celebrity judges on these shows, sometimes I look at them and think they're actually a terrible singer. Like, why would you? They're a great performer, but not. They're not known for their vocal prowess.
Ooh,
is that?
That's a thing.
Right?
Yeah,
No,
you used it somewhat correctly.
So, but anyway, so then, we're watching. Last night we were watching Jeopardy. It turns out you were not Jeopardy. Yeah, Jeopardy. You were watching Jeopardy too.
I'm like. Every night I just kind of like daydream about, can we get the kids to take their own baths or their own showers and their homework just so I can sit here for 30 minutes of uninterrupted Jeopardy time.
Jeopardy?
Yeah, I swear I'm like 80 years old.
You're like the Rain Man with
I love it.
Judge Wapner.
Wapner. Wait.
Hot water, burn baby.
What are you talking about?
You never seen Rain Man?
I've seen, but yeah.
He likes Judge Wapner. Like, he has to watch Judge Wapner every day at noon or something like that. It's like his thing. You just want to watch Pat Sajak and... I
mean, dinner's done, cleaning up. I'm like, what can we do? Can we get our family to the point to where they can take care of themselves?
No.
I know. It doesn't seem like it's ever going to happen.
Well, anyway.
And as soon as I sit down, can you go take... Yeah, I'd be happy to.
Oh, man. That's nice. So we're watching Jeopardy last night. I don't know who this new host is. She's from like Big Bang Theory or something.
Yeah, but she was originally like.
Was she Blossom?
Was she Punk? No, yeah, Blossom. I almost said Punky Brewster.
She was Punky Brewster.
Was he Punky Brewster or Blossom?
I think those are two different people.
Oh.
Salil Moon Fry.
Look at that!
Come on, I just pulled that. Look,
Fry.
No, it's not in my notes or
Seriously,
anything.
there's nothing on the notes.
I pulled that out of the sky.
That's incredible.
There you go.
So she was Punky Brewster.
She's Punky Brewster.
But this chick, Milam B. I don't know her name. I'm trying to be funny, but like know. She was Blossom.
She was Blossom.
Okay,
so Blossom is now the host of Jeopardy.
Yeah.
So anyway, they announced this guy's earnings. Okay. As of last night,
it's not that bad.
He's the 2-day champ, and he's made $43,000.
That's a decent 2 days worth of work.
I mean,
I'd be happy.
I guess it is, but it's like if you're going to be on a game show, like if I'm going to be on a game show, I need to make. I need it to be counted in millions. I need you to say he's 4.3 million.
There's not a lot of million. Well, you got to win like 100 episodes.
I'm just saying. Like these guys go on Jeopardy or these little shows like that. I had to filter catching stuff, and they're not bringing home like big time money. I don't like that.
Well, I don't know if you noticed too, but like I'm not picking on this guy. He was a when they introduced him at the beginning, they had a very official term for it, but he's basically like a Uber driver, like a Lyft. You know, at the beginning, what did they call it? Like a transportation assistant,
no, like a shared. Is it?
I forget, but I was just like
shared ride associate or something like that. Yeah, seriously. It's like he's an Uber driver. That's what he is.
Well, there's nothing wrong with, but I'm $43,000. I mean, if
that's a whole lot of Uber.
I'd be like, that is a lot of Ubering.
Yeah.
Jeopardy.
Jeopardy.
That's some terrible content.
And once again, we're reaching a certain group of people who like Jeopardy.
They sit down and go, I can't wait to.
Yeah.
Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy come on. It's going to be a highlight of my night.
Then we're going to watch Nothing and Everything podcast right after that. So that's fantastic. Is there anything else going on, Kyle? Is there anything else we could talk about?
I don't know. What else do we have planned? What else is on the show notes? Probably nothing.
That's it.
We're just gearing up. Kids are getting ready to finish up school, so they're getting a little wound up. There's all these like, this was a thing. How about this?
The Red Moon?
What? I didn't see. I mean, I've seen stuff about it, but I didn't. It's at like 11:59 at night. I'm like, I've been asleep for 3 hours already. I'm not gonna get up just to go outside and look at the red moon.
Yeah, right.
When is that? Did it happen already?
Yeah, it happened like 2 nights ago. Like I wanted to take a picture of it just in case.
Did you get up?
Well, like I saw, Brad Panovich, because I'm a fan of Itch. Anyway, so he posted about it, and I was just looking at it right before I went to bed, and I was like, oh, let me go take a picture, because people say the world's going to end, when the red moon. So I was like, well, if I don't get up, at least, it'll be on my phone. Be like, I remember today. I don't know. So anyway.
Do you remember? Did you go? Remember a few years ago when Halley's Comet passed through?
Did you say a few years ago?
That
was a long time ago.
Well, yeah, it's just a few, but it comes around like every
77 years.
Yeah.
We'll never see it again.
So we might get a second time. I'm planning on living that long.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
When did it come by?
1986.
1986.
Just a few years ago.
A few 30 years ago, whatever.
So 86, I would have been 11.
Halley's Comet came by in 1986.
All I have to do is to make it to 88.
It will return in 2061. 76-year journey.
How old will I be in 2061?
I'll be 87. I can do this. I'm going to see Halley's Comet twice.
I'll be 86.
I mean,
I'm a year younger than you.
Yeah. Did you see it the first time, though?
I saw it, bro. I saw it going across.
You ever do that with the solar eclipse? So you have to look through the cereal box and all the weird stuff?
The solar eclipse of the heart? Didn't we do this already?
I think so.
Yeah,
that's
okay.
Problem.
Yeah,
We're
let's
recycling stuff.
We're recycling already. And we're 16 episodes in and we're already recycling. This is bad.
That's terrible.
It's terrible. All right, let's just go ahead and call it.
This is it.
It's been a fantastic episode.
I've had a lot of fun.
Austin is showing me a picture of Chris Gaines again over there.
I know.
This is 3 weeks in a row.
3 weeks in a row. Can we bring him up?
Well, I don't know that we've talked about anything 3 weeks in a row.
I don't think anyone has talked about Chris Gaines.
There is, without a doubt.
In years. And we've done it 3 weeks.
He might come back.
What if we could get Chris Gaines?
Here? Well, we don't really do like a co-host
or
whatever, or like an extra host or whatever.
Also, can you reach out to Chris Gaines' people and see if he's available?
Yeah.
All right, doing it right now.
So
Chris Gaines at hotmail.com.
Juno.
Just email it.
Yeah. Check him out on MySpace. So you were looking for his album, right? And it turned out it's how much? Like $60 or something?
Well, I found one for $60, but I just found one for $111.
$111. I've got a friend, Susie. She told me
the CD?
She actually sent a picture of the CD, the Chris Gaines CD. You can make like $100 Better put that thing on the eBay.
Is the album like on streaming platforms, like on Spotify and stuff like that?
I don't know.
I haven't been able to find it. So there's a comment on Amazon saying, a guy named John, this is my third time buying this CD because my CNAs that work for me just love the CD because I'm playing it all the time and they just want their own. So I said, I can get you one, just pay me. Of course, they just end up getting it as a gift. At least one CNA did.
So he's bought 3 Chris Gaines CDs?
This is under the $111 one.
The only what is a CNA?
Like a CNA, like a nurse?
Isn't it like a nurse?
Yeah.
I don't know.
My goodness.
Remember when I asked the question?
3. Remember when I asked the question?
You're telling me, isn't that something? I asked you first. Anyway, all right. It's been a great episode. Thank you so much for joining us on the Nothing and Everything podcast. And we have something special coming up for you. I'm not going to tell you about. I'm just going to tell you about it without
what?
Without telling you about it.
In the world.
I just told you a little bit about it. So
it's called a teaser.
A teaser.
Yeah.
That's what this was. So
it's sort of absolutely nothing, but it's going to be great.
We'll see you next time.